Yes. So is this the continued?
Yes. Now we burn incense in regard to the precepts, meditation, and emancipation. May the light and fragrant cloud of this incense pervade the Dharma world. We offer this incense to the Buddhas of the countless worlds of the 10 directions. May we be able to see and partake of the fragrance of the world of tranquil extinction. Palm breath. Thank you all very much for coming. A few announcements today before the lesson. We have a lot of really wonderful things ongoing. We'll kind of go chronologically in order. We will be celebrating the Sado persecution, which I will discuss. We will also be celebrating on the 29th of November we will be having on the 29th of November our second speaker in our Living Holistically series. On Thursday evening, we'll be having Kristen Roman, who is a herbalist and the head of Herbalists Without Borders, and the publisher of Reciprocal Roots Magazine. Is going to be here to talk about your home apothecary and all sorts of really amazing herbs that you can grow or purchase locally, that you can use in place of medicines, that you can place all sorts of store-bought items and things substances. And this is sort of our continuation of the speaker series, and Tristan has graciously spearheaded all of these different speakers. On December the 9th, Sunday, after services, we have Tom Sulitz, who is one of the leaders at Singer Farm Naturals, which is an organic farm right on Lake Ontario, right on New York 18, down the Ontario State Park. And so he is a holistic farmer. He's also going to talk about the gut bacteria and the gut biome, and how by changing what we eat, we can change the chemicals in our brain and how they function. That there are certain things that we can eat that cause our body to create fight or flight chemicals, anxiety increasing chemicals. And there are certain foods and ways that we can eat that will help to create harmonious synergy with serotonin and the dopamine and such, being able to help us regulate in times of emotional and mental crisis. It's also about viewing our gut biome, of which there are trillions of these bacteria, and of which 90% of our DNA is bacteria, that we work in harmony with. We actually have this weird symbiotic relationship with these microorganisms in our stomachs that actually tell our brain what chemicals to create and what we crave to eat because they're hungry. It's really interesting in how this is, and there's a lot of really interesting correlation with what's going on in our inner cities with youth, with trauma and on top of poor diet, on top of lack of sleep, and a lot of other things that are really causing problems. So these are part of our series of doing this, is to educate the public about ways that they can become lights unto themselves, to become their own salvation, just as the Buddha said concerning health and emotional well-being. It's very simple, tried and true wisdom that has been out there for millennia that we are slowly forgetting. I'm hoping each of you may have something to add to this holistic series for us all to be able to share and grow and learn together. On the 15th of December, we have the opening, the dedication of our new Buffalo Temple. This is a very, very big deal. And so I'm asking, it's Saturday, December the 15th at 3 p.m. I will have the exact address in Buffalo, but I'm asking every member, please, if you have the time, go to Buffalo on that day. The space is tiny. I mean, it's probably half the size of the room. You might have to stand in the hallway outside. But they've been here to support us. And this is a big deal. You know, for us to be able to have another temple in Western New York is huge. Especially considering that no temples were built in the U.S. Other than by Japanese in 100 years. So, and now we have four actual temples now. So that's pretty amazing. And we have a lot more sanghas. We have sanghas developing in Uruguay, Argentina, Brazil, Jacksonville, Florida, Ireland. We now have one in Ireland. We have one that's developing in Hungary. We are not isolated. Nepal, the home of the Buddha. You know, so this little temple and the little temple in Seattle inspired in 6 years. We have inspired, not even 6 years, 4.5, almost 5 years. We have inspired a lot of growth all over the world in our Itoji network. Also, we have a publication now, the Bridge Magazine, that it is a magazine that was published for 20 years that kind of fell away in Nichiren Shu, and we picked it back up. And Kanjo Groman and Kristen Groman, who are well versed in making magazines, have created this magazine that we're all writing and contributing to. I'm asking if members would be willing to please purchase the magazines to help support the mission. The online PDF copy is like $5. The PDF and the hard copy are 10. But we're trying to get it down. So what's happening is that this temple will buy a certain amount of copies also, so that then we can sell them at whatever the cheapest possible prices. Okay, Kristen, you had some.
Oh, and or writing them.
And say again.
And or writing them articles, poetry.
And or writing articles. So the other side is that we need articles. So every 2 months we're putting out the Bridge magazine. We need articles. We need artwork. We need poetry. We need thoughts and feelings. We need people who would be willing to maybe share some historical facts. I talked to Keishan about he has a lot of he puts a lot of effort into studying different teachings of Buddhism. So right now he's working on one from Amalakirti, one of the greatest lay people in all of Buddhism. In fact, he's the reason we have Buddhism, even as much as the Buddhist teaching. It was Amalakirti who set up the whole network of being able to have all these monasteries and support all these monks. It was him who set it up amongst the laity to do this. So this is something that we can all contribute in, because the purpose of the Bridge magazine is for us to be able to share with each other in Paraguay, in Ireland, and Nepal, and everywhere what's going on. And it's our one little thread to be able to stay in contact with each other and to inspire each other and to see what each other do and share aspects of our culture. You know, there might be an aspect of something that's very local culture that we can put in there and share with someone in Nepal who didn't have an idea that like that was a thing in Rochester, New York, whatever it may be. And I would encourage you to just submit. Don't worry about what you're submitting. Just submit. You know, speak from your heart. Talk about Buddhism. You know, it's something that we're all really excited about right now, to get that connection going between all of us. That's December the 15th in Buffalo. December the 16th, Kanjin Shonen, our abbot of our temple, will be here. On December the 16th, he's going to be doing a lecture teaching. He is also going to be offering refuge. So I would like every member to be here. And if you haven't met Kanjin Shonen, please come and meet him. He's a really nice guy. He is the abbot of our temple. I am here as his disciple and to operate in his stead until I'm a full minister. This is technically his temple. I'm the so please come and support him. He is also going to be offering refuge. So if you've never experienced the refuge ceremony, it's wonderful. We chant in Pali. I take refuge in the Buddha. I take refuge in the Dharma. I take refuge in the Sangha. It's beautiful when we all harmonize together. And every member that has taken it before, we take it again. We do it all together. It's really a wonderful experience. Also, we'll be having an Aikido test on December the 16th as well. So Eric and his brother Rob and James will be testing for Aikido rank. And we're pretty excited about that. It'll be our second, third official test, but only our second group to go through and test Aikido. So really excited about that. We have the holidays coming up, the Christian holiday.
December 16th is also our temple membership meeting.
Temple membership
usually in the spring.
Would you explain what that is?
Yeah. So the annual temple membership meeting is open to all members of the temple. And it's the meeting. It doesn't normally take a very long time. It's the meeting in which the membership of the temple is invited to vote on a few different items, mostly the budget for the forthcoming year, or in this case for the remainder of 2018, and then also voting on the trustees and anything else that the membership wants to bring before the temple to discuss. So again, it's something we typically hold in spring. In 2019, will be held in spring again, but this year the meeting is December 16th. And officially, it's 11 a.m. on December 16th, but it would be whenever temple services conclude that day.
Yes. So we will get it all together, and so we'll improvise on that day. But this is a big day for us. Also, with the Christian holidays coming up as well, one of the things I like to encourage people, the Christian and Jewish holidays coming up, is something that I think is important, is that we haven't put our flavor on Buddhism in America yet. And the Japanese call it aji. Aji means flavor. The Thai people have a very Thai flavor to Buddhism, and Tibetans have a very Tibetan flavor of Buddhism. But we, as Americans, are still kind of trying to figure out our aji, our flavor to Buddhism. We're so young, we're babies in Buddhism. So I really would like each person to think about a way in their own life that they could incorporate a tradition from their childhood related to the Christian or Jewish tradition, and bring the Buddhist flavor to it, because we view all religions as leading to the Lotus Sutra, to this idea of the liberation of all beings and all being. And so what's interesting is in reading some of the sutras is that the Buddha actually said that it's better for someone to believe in reincarnation and a God than to not, if they're gonna believe in an earlier teaching, because then at least they're thinking about something bigger than themselves. And one of the things that my family has done is that we are incorporating several different things. One of which is we are incorporating the Jewish 9 candles associated with Hanukkah, and applying that to Buddhism. And so at the beginning of December the 8th is the Buddhist Enlightenment Day. And so what we do as a family is that each night from December the 1st to December the 8th, we follow the Jewish tradition of lighting a single candle and lighting 1 extra candle each night and allowing them to burn out in preparation for the Buddhist Enlightenment. And when we do that, at that point, we shut off all the lights in the house for the night, and everybody spends the evening in contemplation. We go to bed early, but we sit in meditation. Another thing that we're doing as a family is that in Japan, traditionally you put oranges and Thai prayers onto an evergreen with bamboo as a sign of good luck in preparation for the new year. And so we've added those traditions into our Christmas tree. And that's just something enjoyable. And now we're also adding in the tradition of the mezuzah, which is a little bit of the Torah that's put by the door of your house, but with a copy of the Lotus Sutra. Again, these are just little things that we're incorporating, that Buddhism doesn't throw things away. It is not that it has to be incorporated into Buddhism, but we just want to not necessarily throw away the traditions that we grew up with as well, in favor of what is ostensibly a foreign religion, right? But this is a way of life, is what we're learning through the Lotus Sutra. So this is a way of life. It's a way of health, right? It's a way of healing, and in that you have to acknowledge where you came from. Also, the first of the year. I know this is a long series, but we got a lot of stuff to catch up on. First of the year, December the 31st in the evening, we will have all sorts of festivities here at the temple. We'll have the last Aikido practice. We'll have tea. We'll have some sake. We'll have services. We'll do daigyo, and then later in the evening, when it's time for the New Year, we will ring in the New Year with 100 bells. That we allow the bell to ring and then to receive before the next one. It takes about an hour and a half. But we sit in meditation, listening to the bell to ring in the New Year. And then on January the 1st, we will have the first service of the New Year, regardless of what day it is of the week. We will have the first service of the New Year at normal time. We will also have, early in the morning, anyone interested, we will do Suigyo at my house, which is the water purification practice of filling these giant bins full of water and throwing ice cold water on ourselves. So anyone who's interested in that is welcome to. We'll also have our first Aikido practice of the New Year on Thursday. A lot of significance with Buddhism at the beginning and ending of years. Having long-windedly said all of that, let's practice today. So please, we'll sit in silent meditation to kind of refocus ourselves with service. Enjoy giving our practice today to all of the spirits that will come here to listen, to the Buddha and Nichiren Shonin, to all of our ancestors. Remember, this practice is as much for our ancestors as it is for anyone else. So please dedicate your merit to all of those who've come before you and to all of those who will come after you. I'm so excited to have everybody here today. It's, this holiday season, though it is a Judeo-Christian thing as far as this time period, it's really a universal thing. It's a pagan thing. It's something that all human beings feel as the harvest has come in and the winter sets upon us, and we draw closer together for warmth and for camaraderie. There's something beautiful about this time period, and it feels so wonderful and so family oriented to me to be able to share this with you. Thank you so much. Please place your hands in full pie joint. Oshingo, silent meditation to prepare the body and mind for chanting the old God. Please turn to page 5. Invocation. Honor be to the great mandala, the perfect circle of all honorable ones revealed by our founder Nichiren Shonin. Honor be to the eternal Buddha Shakyamuni, our original teacher, the Lord of the Dharma, our great benefactor who attained enlightenment to the remotest last. Honor be to the Sutra of the Lotus Flower, the wonderful Dharma, the teaching of equality, the great wisdom, the one vehicle. Honor be to our founder, the great Bodhisattva Nichiren Shonin, dispatched by our original Buddha. Honor be to Rinpoche Jari Nichichi Shonin, the first overseas missionary. Honor be to the protective deities of the Dharma. We honor all of you. May you come to this consecrated place out of your compassion towards us. See us with the light of your wisdom. Accept our offering of chanting the sutra. Namu Please turn to page 9. Verses for opening the sutra. The most profound and wonderful teaching is presented in this sutra. This sutra is difficult to meet even once in thousands and millions of aeons. Now we have been able to see, hear, receive, and keep this sutra. May we understand the most excellent teaching of the Tathagata. The most excellent teaching of the great vehicle is very difficult for us to understand. We shall be able to approach enlightenment when we see, hear, or touch this sutra. Expounding is the Buddha's wisdom. Expounded is the Buddha's truth. The letters composing the sutra are the Buddha's manifestation. Just as perfume is caught by something put nearby, so shall we be richly benefited by this sutra, even when we are not aware of being so benefited, because infinite merits are accumulated in this sutra. We can expiate our past transgressions, do good deeds, and attain Buddhahood by the merits of this sutra. It does not matter whether we are wise or not, or whether we believe the sutra or slander it. This sutra is the most wonderful and most excellent taught by the Buddhas of the past, present, and future. May we receive it, birth after birth, world after world. Please turn to page 15 of the Blue Dharma book. The Sutra of the Lotus Flower of the Wonderful Dharma, Chapter 2, Expedience. There upon the world honored one emerged
quietly from his samadhi and said to Sariputra, wisdom of the present Buddha is profound and immeasurable. The gate to it is difficult to understand and difficult to enter. Their wisdom cannot be understood by any Samaka or Bhagya Buddha, because the present Buddhas attended on many hundreds of thousands of billions of past Buddhas and practiced the innumerable teachings of those Buddhas bravely and strenuously to their far-flung fame until they attained the profound Dharma which you have never heard before and became Buddhas. And also because since they became Buddhas, they have been expounding the Dharma according to the capacities of all living beings in such various ways that the true purpose of their various teachings is difficult to understand. Sariputra, since I became a Buddha, I also have been expounding various teachings with various stories of previous lives, with various parables and with various similes. I have been leading all living beings with innumerable expedients in order to save them from various attachments, because I have the power to employ expedients and the power to perform the paramita of insight. Sariputra, the inside of the Tathagatas is wide and deep. The Tathagatas have all the states of mind towards innumerable living beings, unhindered eloquence, powers, fearlessness, dhyana, concentration, emancipation, and samadhi, enter deep into boundlessness and attain the Dharma which you have never heard before. Sariputra, the Tathagatas divide the Dharma into various teachings and expound those teachings to all living beings so skillfully and with such gentle voices that living beings are delighted. Sariputra, in short, the Buddhas attaining innumerable teachings which you have never heard before. No more Sariputra will I say, because the Dharma attained by the Buddhas is the highest truth there to hear and difficult to understand. Only the Buddhas attain the highest truth, that is the reality of all things in regard to their appearances as such, their natures as such, their entities as such, their powers as such, their activities as such, their primary causes as such, their environmental causes as such, their effects as such, their rewards and retributions as such, and their equality as such. Despite these differences, that is the reality of all things in regard to their appearances as such, their natures as such, their entities as such, their powers as such, their activities as such, their primary causes as such, their environmental causes as such, their effects as such, their rewards and retributions as such, and their equality as such. Despite these differences, that is the reality of all things in regard to their appearances as such, their natures as such, their entities as such, their powers as such, their activities realities as such, their primary causes as such, their environmental causes as such, their effects as such, their rewards and retributions as such, and their equality as such, despite these differences.
Please turn to page 40 of your blue brown book. The Sutra of the Lotus Flower of the Wonderful Dharma, Chapter 16, the duration of the life of the Tathagata. It is many hundreds of thousands of billions of trillions of samkhaya of kalpas since I became the Buddha. For the past innumerable kalpas I have always been expounding the Dharma to many hundreds of millions of living beings in order to lead them into the way of Buddhahood, in order to save the perverted people. I expediently show my nirvana to them. In reality, I shall never pass away. I always live here and expound the Dharma. Although I always live here with the perverted people, I disappear from their eyes by my supernatural powers. When they see me seemingly pass away, and make offerings to my Sabidas and adore me, admire me, and become devout, upright, and gentle, and wish to see me with all their hearts at the cost of their lives. I reappear on Mount Sacred Eagle with my Sangha and say to them, I always live here, I shall never be extinct. I show my extinction to you expediently. Although I never pass away, I also expound the unsurpassed Dharma to the living beings of the other world. They respect me, believe me, and wish to see me. You have never heard this, therefore you thought that I passed away. I see the perverted people sinking in an ocean of suffering, therefore I disappear from their eyes and cause them to admire me. When they adore me, I appear and expound the Dharma to them. I can do all this by my supernatural powers. I live on Mount Sacred Eagle and also in the other abodes. For us, Samkhaya Kalpas, perverted people think this world is in nature. I am in the Kalpa of destruction is coming. In reality, this world of mine is peaceful. It is filled with gods and men. The gardens, forests, and stately buildings are adorned with various treasures. The jewel trees have many flowers and fruits. The living beings are enjoying themselves, and the gods are beating heavenly drums, making various kinds of music and ringing on the towers of the great multitude, and being invisible. The mind is indestructible, but the perverted people think it is full of sorrow, fear, and other suffering. It will soon burn away because of their evil karmas. These sinful people will not be able to hear even the names of the three treasures. There is no Samkhaya Kalpas to those who have accumulated merits and moral
to those who see me after a long time. I say it is difficult to see a Buddha. I can do all this by the power of my wisdom. The light of my wisdom knows no bound. The duration of my life is innumerable. Countless I have gained this longevity by ages of practice. And all of you wise men have no doubts about this. Remove your doubts and have all my mind. To tell this perverted sons of the death of their power in order to cure them was not accused of falsehood, although he was still alive in the same manner. I am the father of the world. I am saving all living beings from suffering because they are perverted. I say that I shall pass away, although I shall not. If they all can see me, they will become arrogant and licentious and pursue the five desires so much that they will fall into the evil regions. I know who is practicing the way and who is not. Therefore I exalt their teach to all living beings. The more you do their capacities, I am always thinking, how shall I cause all living beings to enter a unsurpassed way as they
The Sutra of the Lotus Flower of the Wonderful Dharma, Chapter 21, The Supernatural Powers of the Tathagata. The Buddhas, the world's saviors, have great supernatural powers. They display their immeasurable supernatural powers in order to cause all living beings to rejoice. The tips of their tongues reach the heaven of Brahman. Innumerable rays of light are emitted from their bodies. For those who are seeking the enlightenment of the Buddhas do these things rarely to be seen. The sound of puffing of the Buddhas and the sound of their fingers snapping reverberate over the worlds of the 10 quarters and the ground of those worlds placed in the 6 ways. The Buddhas joyfully display their immeasurable supernatural powers because the Bodhisattvas from underground vow to keep this sutra after my extinction. Even if I praise for innumerable kalpas, the keeper of this sutra to whom it is to be transmitted, I cannot praise him highly enough. His merits are as limitless, as infinite, as boundless as the skies of the worlds of the 10 quarters. Anyone who keeps this sutra will be able to see me. They also will be able to see many treasures through the Buddhas of my replicas and the Bodhisattvas whom I have taught today. Anyone who keeps this sutra will be able to cause me to rejoice. They also will be able to bring joy to the Buddhas of my replicas and also to many treasures through the who once passed away. They also will be able to see the present, past, and future Buddhas of the worlds of the 10 quarters. Make offerings to them and cause them to rejoice. The Buddha sat at the place of enlightenment and obtained the hidden
core. Anyone who keeps the sutra will be able to obtain the same before long. Anyone who keeps the sutra will be able to expound the meanings of the teachings and the names and words of this sutra. Their eloquence will be as boundless and as unhindered as the wind in the sky. Anyone who understands why the Buddha's expounded in these sutras, who knows the position of this sutra in the series of sutras, and who expounds it after my extinction according to its true meaning, will be able to eliminate the darkness of the living beings of the world where they walk about just as the light of the sun and the moon eliminates all darkness. They will be able to cause innumerable bodhisattvas to dwell finally in the one vehicle. Therefore, the man of most wisdom who hears the benefits of these merits and who keeps this sutra after my extinction will be able to attain the enlightenment of the Buddha definitely and doubtlessly.
Please turn to page 59 of your blue brown booklet. We will chant pages 59 through 61 together. The Triple World from Chapter 3 of Parable. The triple world is not peaceful.
It is like a burning house. It is full of sufferings. It is dreadful. There are always the sufferings of birth, old age, disease, and death. They are like flames raging endlessly. I have already left the burning house of the triple world. I am tranquil and peaceful in a bower in the forest. This triple world is my property. All living beings therein are my children. There are many sufferings in this world. Only I can save all living beings. Dispatch of monks and nuns from chapter 10. The teacher of the Dharma, I will manifest the 4 kinds of devotees, teachers, Shoeizans, and men and women of pure faith, and dispatch them to him so that they make offerings to him, and then they may be many living beings, collecting them to hear the Dharma from him. If they are hated and threatened with sword, sticks, idols, pieces, or stones, I will manifest men and dispatch them to them in order to protect them. The appearance of a stupa from chapter 11, beholding the stupa of treasures, thereupon a loud voice of praise was heard from within the stupa of treasures. Excellent, excellent, you Muni, the world honored one, have expounded to this great multitude the sutra of the lotus flower of the wonderful Dharma, the teaching of equality, the great wisdom, the Dharma for bodhisattvas, the Dharma upheld by the Buddha. So it is what you Muni, the world honored one, have expounded. is all true.
The wonderful truth expounded in the Lotus Sutra, whose Odai Moku we now chant, is what the past Buddhas taught, the present Buddhas are teaching, and the future Buddhas shall teach. It is the great Dharma, true and pure, the propagation of which was transmitted primarily to Bodhisattva Jogyo by the Buddha on Mount Sacred Eagle. Once we chant, Namu
Myo Renge Kyo,
we shall attain the right view that the 3,000 worlds exist in our minds just as they are. The pure land of tranquil life shall be made manifest in our sight, and together with all other beings we shall enjoy living in the land of truth. May the sound of our chanting the Odai Moku permeate the whole world, be offered to the three treasures, and be bestowed on all beings. May all beings enter the world of the one reality, the great vehicle. May the Buddha land be adorned, and all beings favored with the merits of our chanting. Namu Renge Kyo, 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 Namu Please turn to page 66. The difficulty of retaining the sutra from chapter 11, beholding the stupa of treasures. It is difficult to keep this sutra.
I shall be glad to see anyone keeping it, even for a moment. So will all the other Buddhas. He will be praised by all the Buddhas. He will be a man of valor, a man of endeavor. He should be considered to have already observed the precepts and practice of the God. He will quickly obtain the unsurpassed enlightenment of the Buddha. Anyone who reads and recites this sutra in the future is the true son of man. He shall be considered to live on the stage of purity and good. Anyone after my extinction who understands the meaning of this sutra will be the eye of the world of gods and men. Anyone who expounds this sutra even for a moment in this dreadful world should be honored with offerings by all gods and men.
Please turn to page 68. For the recitation of the golden chain. I am a link in Lord Buddha's golden chain of love that stretches around the world.
I must keep my lake bright and strong. I will try to be kind and gentle to every living thing and protect all who are weaker than myself. I will try to think pure and beautiful thoughts, to say pure and beautiful words, and to do pure and beautiful deeds, knowing that what I do now depends on my happiness and misery. May every lady born with this golden chain of love become bright and strong, and may we all attain perfect peace.
Cool. We respectfully dedicate all our merits now gathered to the great benevolent teacher, Shakyamuni, the eternal Buddha, to the supreme teaching, the Lotus Sutra, to the leader of the declining latter age of the Dharma, our founder, the great Bodhisattva Nichiren Shonin, and to the protective deities of the Dharma. May all beings under the heavens and within the four seas live in accordance with the wonderful Dharma. May the wonderful Dharma spread throughout the 10,000 years of the declining latter age of the Dharma. May we realize this world is the eternal Buddha's pure land. May peace permeate all the world and all beings enjoy peace and happiness. May all beings live in safety and live long without misfortune. May the peace and happiness last forever and all beings be prosperous. We pray that all beings awaken to the true nature of reality, which is the Buddha Dharma. May all beings of all realms be held equal, overcome suffering, and gain the happiness of blissful liberation through the merits of following the teaching of the Lotus Sutra. We pray for the spirits of our ancestors and for all the spirits of the universe. We especially pray for those who are in sickness and distress and those who have passed. Those in sickness and distress, we pray for Gail Bull and Barbara Hardaway, Yoshio and Fran Parker, Catherine May, Ricky Thibault, James Hempsey, Ellen Lawson, Darren Floyd, Tessie Floyd, Derek Floyd, Bush Floyd, Jane Foreman Tartaro, Charles D. Cederman, Hope Mosier, the patients at the Rochester Psychiatric Center, the victims of the Tree of Life Synagogue shooting, Lucas Scott DeCare, Melissa Earhig, Barbara Hardaway. In memoriam, we remember the Hardaway family, the Kroll and Craney families, the Winter and Sparks families, the Valentin family, Jack Parker, Bigelow and Johnson families, the Schof and Thibault families, the Danuski and Krasnowski family, Daniel Mayer and Cheryl Cushman, the Fay family, the Rivas family, Cosgrove Jordan, Cedarman and Kobayashi families, the Morrissey family, the Jordan family, the Abad family, the Kazmarski family, the Knott family, James Conklin, Sandiko Suzuki, Dennis Sullivan, Terry Paquin, Bill Meir Sensei, Hart Sensei, Errol Scott, Laney, Linda Williams, Aunt Barbara, Michael Maffei, David Spence, the Adams family, Frank Benuski, Mary Shem, and all those who have none to pray for them. May we purify our minds, limit our desires, learn to be content, feel free to experience the quiet, unassuming joys of life, and learn to abandon all attachments of mind. Today, I would also like to put forward a prayer for my master Kanjin Shonin, his master Kanpo Shonin, his master Kansei Shonin, the 33rd Jushoku of our lineage in Saga, Japan, as well as all the shaman of our lineage, Kanjo, Kansei, Kane, and even myself. Please also bless and protect all the lay leaders of all of our various temples, but especially this temple. Please bless and protect the members of this temple and the members of all of our Mikyoji organizations, as well as the members of all congregations of all sects all over the world, that they may know plenty and wealth and happiness and safety and joy and contentment. Also, please, all people traveling in this holiday season, please bless and protect them and Kanon Bosatsu, inhabit the spirits of all that travel and to come into contact with each other and support each other in the process of traveling in the holiday season. With this prayer, we endeavor to increase our understanding and appreciation of what others have given and contributed to us, and to develop constant, mindful consideration of how our thoughts and actions will beneficially contribute to others. Amen. We say on the 4 great vows. Shujomu Hensegando.
Sentient beings are innumerable. I vow to save them all.
Onomu Shusegandan.
Our defilements are inexhaustible. I vow to quench them all.
Omonu Jinse Ganchi.
The Buddha's teachings are immeasurable. I vow to know them all.
Utsudo Mujo Seganjo.
The way of the Buddha is unexcelled. I vow to attain the path sublime. Until I attain Buddhahood, I shall uphold my faith in the Lotus Sutra. Namu
Number ones, remember us. Be where you like and count in that of your compassion towards us. Raise your hands and we'll call you to leave. Cosmic Brahma Mudra. In Shingo, silent meditation, to feel the sublime Dharma of Myo, preciousness. Very much. Really, very much appreciate each of you and hearing your voices and your chanting. Knowing that you're chanting for other beings and not just for yourself. Especially enjoy the countryside chanting. Kishan, great job. Really, really enjoyed all of your spirits today. So if everyone please, we're going to immediately take a picture so I know people have to go. We're going to get it done immediately. Right. So leave your wagesa on, so take a picture.
One of those didn't have a cover. No, that's okay. Yeah, the covers are kind of. Oh, wait, no, yeah. What's your name?
I'm Chucky. or Keisha, whichever.
I feel like the best part is like chanting all that. That's my opinion. You know, that's my favorite part. Getting to country.
Well, you give me a lot of energy. So it's like, I think my best ones are over here. All right. Good boy. Good boy.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Oh, thanks for the assist.
Who's son? It is indeed. Okay.